Yo, this is your boy Mike on Dunking on Sports. This is another episode of Tunnel Vision. And I got my sister with me.
Hello again.
Shelly. And we're going to talk about the DCEU and figure out what the hell is going on with that. And a lot of rumors, a lot of things being said, a lot of articles, a lot of tweets from directors and
Yeah, we like to call it the DCSS, the DC shit show.
The DC shit show. That should be the name of the production company. But anyway, so where we started, the first news that had been coming out that was prevalent was the Matt Reeves Batman trilogy. And he went on an interview. They were talking about the Planet of the Apes movie. And remember Ben Affleck said, I'd be happy to play an ape for Matt Reeves.
Did he say that?
He said that.
Oh, wow.
And I said, boogie, nigga. Boogie, boogie.
I was going to say, don't let there be a black man saying that shit.
And then I was like, all right, cool, that's what's up. And then he didn't really confirm or deny. And then this is the first issue. The first issue is this Batman thing. What are we doing? Like,
yeah,
is he not, or is he is, or what's going on with that?
Is he directing? Is he playing Batman?
He's just playing Batman.
Like, what is he doing?
He's just playing Batman now. Matt Reeves had a story, has a trilogy in his mind.
Do you know what that story is?
He has not told anybody yet.
Oh.
He said it's very much he's still pitching it. So I don't know. I don't know. But the question is, how important is Ben Affleck staying Batman to the universe? Could you switch him out?
I do not know, honestly, because, I mean, every time they announce a new Batman, it's kind of just like, oh, well, can he do it? Because I was kind of skeptical when Christian Bale was cast at first. But obviously now I'm like, okay, he did like a great job doing it. And, you know, Ben Affleck is not that bad of a Batman anyway. I mean, in Batman vs. Superman, he wasn't that bad of a Batman. But, I mean, if you wanted to be a part of the universe, and I mean, it's one thing to switch Rhodey out in the MCU, which is fine, the first film, but like Batman switching that out, I feel like that's just.
I don't know.
I don't think you can do it. I think he's gonna have to just suck it up and do it. He signed a contract, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, but he's Ben Affleck. He can get out of it.
Well, he did Daredevil. How did he not get out of that?
That was the move back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
honestly,
no?
I think that
yes.
I think that he needs. I mean, I think they just need to work it out. As I said before, we were discussing about like the MCU and talking about how they need to make a plan. And I said this just doesn't just go for the MCU. This also goes for the DCEU even more, because I really don't think that they have a plan. I really think they just need to sit down, take a deep breath.
Like I think that's the thing. I think that's what they need to do, because what happens is these are all these directors, and they are getting directors, and they're saying, "Yo, we can do your vision of what you think," but they don't go together. Yeah. I think they need to confirm directors based off of an idea that they have. Like the producers need to get together and say, "This is where we're trying to go,"
and them have something a part of it,
and then have something put together, and then say, "Now we're gonna get the directors," and then you get the directors in the room, and the directors talk.
Yeah,
and then you get the actors in the room, and then everybody talks, and it could be a real think tank, like a real think tank where you get like the actual main actors in the room with the directors and the producers talking. And you're like, this is what we're going to do for the next 15 years. And 15 years sound like a long time, but I'm just saying what we're going to do in the next, 15 movies. Mm-hmm. And then this is what it's going to be. I don't think it's that hard to play as a team with this type of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what probably is hurting them, is the lack of communication. And then everybody says different stuff. So you talk to Ben Affleck, he's like, well, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. And then like later he's like, well, I'll be happy to do this. After he has like a meeting or whatever. And then, I think they just need to talk to each other, sit down and write it out, and stop being so pressed on, oh, we're going to do this. And then change it, like, well, never mind, we're going to do this instead. Like, you were telling me that they're not doing the Gotham City Sirens anymore, they're doing Birds of Prey. I think they just need to calm down and figure out what they really need to do and stop, like, being, oh, well, we got this on the table. Well, we got this. Like,
I saw a theory that was like these movies are actually. I heard that some of this like of some of like the confusion is like a smokescreen, and they kind of have plans, but I don't know because I heard that somebody major dies in Justice League, and this was a theory I saw last night. Was a theory that somebody major dies in Justice League, and then Flashpoint is about Flash trying to go save them, and then he taps into another timeline that's wrong along the way.
Yeah, but that's still weird though that they're doing Flashpoint. I'm glad you brought that up because I just feel like it's weird to do Flashpoint because it's just like, is it Barry? It's Barry Allen, right? He's playing Barry Allen too, right? Okay, that's what I thought. He doesn't really know them that well. I mean, how well do you really become friends with some like on one adventure? To be like, you know,
I don't know.
Oh, this is not you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Flash movie, I just feel like it's too early, too soon. Like, let's do a Flash movie first. If you want to do a Flash movie, do one first.
I think they're lost because I think they're lost to making these movies for the individual characters because basically that 15 second hard drive sequence basically was like these are origins of all these niggas. So now you don't even really get a movie.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to do an origin of Barry Allen. I mean, you can tune into CW and watch that for real, or just read a comic. He gets struck by lightning. You know, go figure. And then, you know, the first movie could just be about, you know, who he is, not necessarily how he became to be. Let him develop his own personality first before you start doing Flashpoint and getting a whole bunch of different personalities and being like, well, this is not them. Because how do you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know.
You really don't. But, I mean, that's my opinion. They could do it and make it work, but...
How would you do it?
I feel like they should
do... For Flash. Because I know you know Flash because you are a fan of the show. How would you do the first Flash film to match what they're doing?
Well, like I said, I think you should do, like, who is Barry Allen? Like, who is this Barry Allen? Like, obviously it's going to be somebody different than the show. And some people don't even watch the show and still is excited about, was it Ezra Miller?
Yeah.
Barry Allen? So, I mean...
He was on Californication.
Yeah, just figure out
Californication?
Just figure out who this Barry Allen is. Establish that he's either just like the other guy or just like the comic book Barry Allen, or he's just like a twist on whatever the direction they want to go in. Write it down first and then make sure that it makes sense. And then it can be like, I don't know, like a villain, like a Flash villain that's, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily be Captain Boomerang because he wasn't that great in Suicide Squad.
But I think I liked him in there. I thought he could have been a better villain.
He could have been, but the way they wrote him, it wasn't.
But did you like him playing him?
Yeah, he did. Like the actor did fine playing him. Just like I feel like Jared Leto's Joker is okay, but I think everybody's character in Suicide Squad is okay. Like every actor was like, I feel like the actor was thought out. Like
the actors paid more attention.
The actors like were very thought out, and like I thought that they did a good job playing their role. But as far as like the plot and the storyline, it didn't really make sense. I mean, it made sense as far as like, you know, she was a whatever that plot is. Everybody's seen it, hopefully, and you know,
we don't give spoilers alerts,
but
yeah.
I just think that they should have did a better job writing it, and I think that. Just like with Flash, establish who he is because they don't seem like they are casting that bad of people playing like the roles. I mean, like I said, Ben Affleck was a good Batman, and I'm pretty sure that Ezra Miller is going to be a pretty cool Flash. I mean, I see the trailers and he seems like he's like because like Flash is goofy and like but I don't know because technically me and you like grew up on Wally West's Flash. Like that was always Wally West, like the goofy, funny.
Yeah.
Guy because Barry Allen was dead like for a while in the comics and like we watched him on like the Justice League shows or like, you know, whenever he showed up on the TV show it was always like the Wally West but it seems like I really don't know Barry Allen that well like from the comics but it seems like Ezra Miller is like tapping like from the Wally West like that we knew like the goofy like guy, because
they say he's a funny guy. I get.
But I mean, Barry Allen could be goofy, but I just know that like when we watched Justice League or like Justice League Unlimited, like all that, it was Wally West.
Yeah.
And he was like the goofy one. But I didn't really know who Barry Allen was because in the 90s he was like dead.
Yeah.
And that's when we were born. So
yeah.
That's our Flash. But I mean, as far as like the character, it seems like Ezra Miller, like I said, it seems like he could be a good Flash. It just, you have to establish something. You don't have to do an origin story. Like I said, you really don't. Actually, I prefer that they don't. You already did the whole spiel about, you know, him being at the grocery store buying some milk and he's fast. Like, yeah, we know that. But what is his place? That's what I want to see. What is his place in that universe? What does he do?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like, that's what I want to see. And then after, I want to see maybe Flashpoint. You don't have to do like 2 movies and then the third movie be Flashpoint. You could just do a movie first and then be Flashpoint. But if you do
I feel like they're not even
Flashpoint first, at least I would say have him in 2 other movies. Like have him in Justice League and then another movie.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like to establish.
Because technically he's already been in one.
I know, but I mean like with like dialogue. Like we're gonna see him in Justice League.
He was in Suicide.
Oh, that's true. I'm wrong. No. That's not what I meant. I meant like longer.
Okay.
Like fighting, like, well, because he was technically turning on him. But you know what I mean. Like, I want to see him. Like, what happened to the Flash and Cyborg team-up movie?
It just became...
It became Flashpoint, didn't it?
It became Flashpoint, and some people still say Cyborg, but I don't know if Cyborg actually exists anymore.
Yeah. Wait, he's gone? Like,
no, movies.
Oh, okay.
I was going to ask you something else, because you said something. We were talking about Jared Leto. You said Jared Leto's Joker?
Yeah, I said he wasn't that bad of a Joker.
What do you think? Do you think they're afraid of making the Joker and Batman movie because The Dark Knight is so good?
I think they are. Because, I mean, it was always... Everybody felt that it was too soon to even do Batman again anyway when they were doing Batman versus Superman. And everybody wanted... Remember they were in talks with Christian Bale for him to come back, and he said hell no. So, I mean...
Yeah, he turned out $50 million for that shit.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Do you think he would have brought legitimacy to it?
What do you mean?
To, like, if that was the Christian Bale Batman.
The Christian Bale Batman, and then another Joker?
No, the Harry, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, you meant just like Batman versus Superman? Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
I think I always saw Chris Nolan's Jones as self-contained. It's like those guys who make those good comic book arcs, and then they never go back to DC, and they go to Dark Horse and make their own shit and come up with something else.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of, because he said he's never going to do a Superman movie again.
That's fine.
And I'll be good with what he did, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be like they do at church.
I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, I'll be satisfied.
That's funny.
Lord, anyway you bless me, Lord.
Oh gosh.
No, okay. Seriously. But no. Seriously. What
do you want to do? What do you think they should do for the Flash?
The Flash, I have no idea. I think with the way they're fast tracking this universe, I feel like certain characters don't need movies at all. I think the Flash. I feel like the Flash could get a movie, but I don't think we need it right now.
Who else don't you think? Is it just the Flash, or? I
think the Flash doesn't need a movie. Cyborg doesn't need a movie right now.
He's not gonna get one.
Okay,
I don't think.
Yeah. Well, they I don't think he needs one. I don't really think we need another Superman movie.
No, I was about to say the same thing. I really don't want to see another Superman movie.
I feel like Superman is like, just make Superman. We've already had him ready to quit already. And I was like, all right, so what else are we going to show him? Like, I think the way they had this universe set up, because they said that they announced that he's starting a fire. That don't sound like you were starting a fire yet.
Oh.
But
you calling me ashy though.
No. They had the thing when they said that no, that's not what I was saying. Justice League is a direct sequel to Batman vs Superman. So
what?
So basically any movie that's a direct sequel.
Wait, so was Wonder Woman standalone, but yet in the universe?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's like saying Batman's going to be standalone, but yet in the universe. So basically, if you want to look at a movie that's part 1, 2, and 3, a trilogy in this universe is Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and Justice League.
The most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh, y'all excuse me for laughing.
That's like saying, I don't know if it makes sense to me, but it's a direct sequel. So when I hear direct sequel, I mean, like 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And then they say Wonder Woman is like standalone because it takes place, and then Batman's gonna be somewhere else.
And is Suicide Squad standalone too? Then
Suicide is standalone as well.
Okay.
It's just standalone with characters in.
Wonder Woman?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. I have to rewatch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like I said, I think that they just need to take a deep breath and like figure out what they're gonna do, because they keep on throwing stuff out there, and I feel like at first you get hype about it, like, oh, they're gonna do this, oh, they're gonna do that, and now it's just like, oh, okay, you're gonna do this.
Yeah, it's
okay.
like
I doubt it.
It's broken promises.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I bet you are. Whatever.
It's like, just Jeff. Oh, you never seen the movie, so I won't reference it.
Yeah, it's just
Jeff Goldblum lying to his black daughter in Lost World of Jurassic Park. Oh, you gotta watch it.
Sorry. Okay, I will.
You gotta watch it. I don't know, man.
I think that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Who's gonna let you?
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, go ahead and close it up because I'm gonna ask a new question.
No, you ask a new question. It's fine.
Well, thank you. Let me go ahead and ask a new question, okay?
Okay.
All right. Is Teen Titans and all that shit too soon then, right? Obviously.
Teen Titans in the DCEU?
Yeah, that's too soon, right? How they have sidekicks if they don't even really know? I think that's why I think I like the idea of the Nightwing movie first, because at first I was like, no, let's just do Teen Titans, but I was like, no, that don't make sense. The only person.
Where are we at with Batman though? Like, what stage is he in? Is he between like Jason Todd and?
Jason Todd is dead, and I think that's it.
So is it Jason Todd is dead, or are they going to do like some trifling shit and be like it's Dick Grayson is dead?
No, they said it's Jason Todd.
They did? Oh,
they said it's Jason Todd is dead because they took the whole like glove case that he had, from the movie, and they put it in the Warner Brothers studios in LA. And when you go on tour, the guy was like Jason Todd's Robin's costume. They say that,
do they?
So I'm assuming that that's what it is.
Okay, so he just hasn't met.
He hasn't met either Tim Drake or anything. Like up to this point, it's like Jason Todd is dead, and Dick Grayson is just an adult. Jason Todd is dead, and that's where he's at. And I'm trying to figure out, is it even cool to even do a Tim Drake? Because I think they need to just do Tim Drake. I don't want them to do Damian Wayne, because then that puts too much energy into Talia al Ghul again, and it puts too much energy into her because she has to be a good actor and have to be convinced that Ben Affleck like laid with her.
That's true. Yeah.
And he was like, you know what I mean? Like,
are they ever going to do like Catwoman?
I think Catwoman was in Ben Affleck's script for the Batman, but I don't know where that goes because they even asked the guy who's supposed to play Deathstroke.
Joe Manganiello?
Yeah, Joe Manganiello. Maybe? They asked him, and he was like, "I don't know where I exist anymore."
Yeah, he might not exist.
They might have him on the back burner. I would love to see him as a villain in Nightwing. Man. That'd be a cool Nightwing villain. That's true. That'd be a cool Nightwing villain.
Who would your Two-Face be? Random question. Who would your Two-Face be in this universe? Like an actor.
Oh, we gonna get into that? All right, this can get long because it's about to turn into a Batman show.
I thought it was.
Well, it's the DCEU.
All right, the DC shit show. All right.
The DC shit show. That's the unofficial name.
Right.
But we don't want to get messed up.
Yeah, we don't want to. Sorry, guys. This is how we feel.
Any children. Any youngins. You said Two-Face?
Yeah, who would your Two-Face be?
I would be a dick and say something that people wouldn't like.
Let's hear it.
I want like Matt Damon to be that shit if that nigga. Like, I'm like, oh, that shit makes so much sense. No, I'm just playing.
Oh,
I'm just joking. You know, I would want it to be somebody who's twisted.
With his Boston accent?
Yeah, I'd be like, no.
Like, whoa.
No. I wouldn't want it to be him. I don't want him nowhere near none of these movies. Just because it just seemed too weird. I would love to see, which they didn't do in the 90s. You know what I would love to see? I don't know he would ever do it because he's kind of slightly too old. And this is something else. This is a buffer. I still wanted to see the original version of how they wanted the serious Mr. Freeze to be.
Oh, okay.
And that was supposed to be Patrick Stewart in the 90s.
Right.
That would have been cool back then, like with the bald head and the goggles and shit. That ain't gonna work now.
That's true.
Let me think about it. You said Two-Face. Something about the
or any villain. Like you could do Mr. Freeze if you want.
Okay, I'll come with a villain. I'll do Two-Face just because you asked me, and I think I just want to get that out there. For Two-Face, shit. I want him to be almost as old as Ben.
He would have to be, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I almost want to kind of be slightly older than Ben.
Slightly older, yeah. Wouldn't he be
slightly older than Ben? And I want him to be like a very well-established actor.
Isn't that what Gotham tell us? That all of these villains are like slightly older?
No, that's slightly older than...
I'm sorry.
We're not going to that bullshit. That bullshit show.
Leave in the comments if Gotham is worth it. Please let me know because I would love to watch it and enjoy it. I just kind of refuse to watch it.
It was in the very beginning, but other than that, I stopped it.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
I mean, you can
a DCEU villain. A DCEU villain. They already kind of like making their villains that nobody care about like really well cast. Like you got Will Smith, you got Jared Leto, you got good actors already.
I know, but Deadshot and Joker, those are like heavy hitters in the comics.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure out like who would I think and what villain would I think of and who would it be?
Also, leave in the comments who you think should play Mr. Freeze or Two-Face or whoever you think.
Oh, I know what I want. I want Neil Patrick Harris as the Riddler.
Ooh, I could see that.
Is there?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I think you do a good job because he's like, I feel like he could be serious.
He could do it.
He could be like super serious and like super creepy and serious.
Yeah.
He's like a Broadway actor too, so he's like he could give off that energy. I can see that.
Okay.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You gotta give me one
as
now.
the Riddler though. I feel like this game far left. I said Miss Two-Face or Mr. Freeze, and you just came out with the Riddler. But that's fine. That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Because the whole thing is like I know Catwoman has to come, but Catwoman has to match Ben Affleck.
That's true.
And then when I think of Catwoman, I think Catwoman have to be as high of an actor as he is, and that's the thing. When you get that high up of thinking somebody, I'm thinking of like people that would be corny to me. Like I feel like they're just too famous.
Like who?
Like I'd be like niggas would be like Angelina Jolie. I'm like no, but it would make.
Yeah, I mean it would make. Yeah, but I don't
want to see that.
Yeah,
I think she almost have to be somebody who's like his age now.
Maybe slightly younger though, because technically Harley Quinn, like the Margot Robbie, is younger than Jared Leto. Because Jared Leto and Ben Affleck are like the same age, even though Jared Leto looks a little younger.
And the Joker's the Joker, so the Joker doesn't age for a certain amount of time.
That's true.
But who would you pick for somebody who? I got one. I got another one. I
have one, but I feel like people are gonna be like, "Oh, you suck," and that's fine. I was gonna say Bryan Cranston as the Freeze, Mrs. Freeze.
I was about to say Bryan Cranston, but I was gonna say him as Hugo Strange.
Hugo Strange, yeah, that probably worked better than Mr. Freeze. Yeah.
But is it just because he's bald? I don't want to typecast like
Hugo Strange. No, maybe. Yeah, I guess that would be typecasting. But that's the shit they do anyway.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Let's think of it just a random.
I still want to see I still kind of want to see like Johnny Depp's Riddler.
I do.
But I mean, I feel like Neil Patrick Harris could do a Riddler too, like for sure. I don't know. I would have to get back to you.
I'm trying to think of other villains that we haven't seen, even people outside. Because I'm thinking of like random characters, and I'm trying to think of random.
That's
DC
true.
characters.
Like who would play like Poison Ivy or like?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like who would play these random characters?
Because like Poison Ivy would.
I'm pretty sure
have to be around his age too.
No.
Right, because
she probably
was
be
like
close.
a love interest to him too in the comics.
Yeah, but I mean that's all subjective. But I would peg her age to be closer to Margot Robbie.
So a little bit younger.
Yeah, because they even have like a pseudo lesbian relationship, even in the animated series.
That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, they do.
So I'm assuming she'd have to be younger. Oh yeah. So now I don't know young actors like that. I think
Margot. How old is Margot Robbie? She's like your age, right?
She's supposed to be.
Oh shit. Wow, who is like your age that like is in Hollywood right now? I don't know.
What's the chick from?
What's the girl
Kristen
from Game
Stewart?
of Thrones?
Kristen Stewart, some shit like that. She got that like woman of nature type of.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think she has the range, but she could. I mean, maybe.
Oh, okay.
It depends on how like the director sees them doing.
Okay, well, so let's go to a movie that we know is happening.
Okay.
Joss Whedon is doing Batgirl, and he's doing Batgirl based off the New 52 Believed. That's the only way this can even work in this universe, which is after she's been the Oracle and she gets her legs working again.
Okay.
Who should play her?
Who should play Oracle? Or it would be Barbara Gordon. So Batgirl again? Should it be Batgirl again?
It's Batgirl. It's an older Batgirl.
Okay, let's see.
She have to be the same age or close to the same age as Nightwing or Robin.
And this would be J.K. Simmons' daughter.
Yes.
Okay. I like that's supposed to mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It doesn't mean anything because his wife could be like young and all that crap.
His wife could be like black. No, I'm just joking. Everybody would hate that. But
a black Batgirl,
like a biracial black girl. They'd be like, oh no.
I mean, I don't know.
You heard about that Starfire bullshit, but anyway, which I saw what she looked like, by the way. Yeah, she's really not that big of a deal. But I mean,
all you gotta do is like put orange on her.
Yeah, just put orange on her. But I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. Barbara Gordon.
See, you know those actors. I don't know that range of actors. That's the thing. That's why I'm at.
See, because Barbara Gordon has like red hair too, don't she?
Yeah, but you could color it. Don't worry about the hair.
That's true. It's more like a brown.
Yeah, just saying who could be that actor?
Who could be Barbara Gordon? She would have to have some type of gumption, some type of like motivation to help people. It's not really about who could play that role. I really don't know. For real.
Because they might do what they did in Batman Arkham Origins, where she's Oracle first without Oracle's name. And she never loses her. Like, nobody ever shoots her. Like, the Joker never shot her in her spine. Like, she was a computer genius.
What storyline was this?
Remember in Arkham Origins? In the game?
Oh, that's right.
She was just doing the computer stuff without the Oracle name. Before she was Batgirl.
That's right.
They might do it that way.
She was just, like, super smart.
Yeah, just super smart. And then they just, like... Since all of the peg on Jared Leto's Joker killing Robin, like, there's no reason to even have him be the person who messes her up. So, like, she does Oracle first. That'd be an interesting way to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
But who would it be? I don't know these actors.
I don't know. She would have to be, like, wear glasses. And I don't know. I'm just trying to picture, like, what
she look like.
She looks like in the comics.
She would be extremely attractive.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking.
I'm breaking it down.
Okay.
I'm breaking it down. She'd be extremely attractive. It's just like when you saw it in, like, you go back and, like, when you watch Batman and Robin, it's like, oh shit, it's the chick from Clueless. So everybody, like, thinks she's hot. She's just like, you think she is.
Oh,
but
she was blonde too.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. It really doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. It's like, she's very attractive. She probably wears glasses when she's looking at the camera screen. And she looks convincing when she fights. Like, if you saw her fighting with no mask on, you just saw her face, it didn't look like she was, like, fake, and it didn't look weird. It's almost like it would be the chick who plays Felicity on Arrow, but, like, that type of...
I don't think she can fight, though.
I'm talking about that, like, that like, type of, like, I stare at a computer all day, but I can kick your ass. Like, that's one side, and that's another side.
I don't think Felicity can kick someone.
No, not her.
But
I'm talking about, yeah.
I don't know. We have to... Actually, that should be a whole nother episode. Just our hypotheticals.
All right.
But, yeah. I think we should do that for another episode.
Okay.
Because, like, it's hard to think.
It's all right. Actually, that's what we're going to do. Me and Michelle, a.k.a. Shelly. You know, what else did Shelly come from? Shelly Rowland-Tonnen?
Yeah, that's my name. Shelly Rowland-Tonnen.
And we're going to do that. But let's wrap up this DCEU thing with a couple questions. We're going to close it out.
Okay.
If you could go in the room and all these motherfuckers are sitting around, what would you do? What would you tell them? And how would you do it? If you had to control, but everybody kept their roles of, like, directing roles and stuff. Acting and casting stays the same. Because we have to bring back this later. But, because, like, The Rock is playing
was that still
Black Adam, and he's directing Shazam. They're, like, giving The Rock a lot with
The Rock is
not directing it. No, he's producing it with them.
Oh, I was going to say, what?
No. They're giving him a lot.
Executive producer Kevin Hart.
Oh, Kevin Hart should be Shazam when he's the kid.
Oh. Oh, God.
And then make that nigga Terry Crews when he become goddamn. When he becomes Shazam. Anyway. Anyway. if you're in the room, what would you say to? What advice would you give the execs at Warner Brothers?
I would just say the same.
Because you write, you're a writer.
I would just say the same thing that we've been saying before. Like, y'all need to
y'all niggas need
right. y'all need to get together and like sit down and plan out what you want. It doesn't have to be for like the next 15 years. Just like the next at least 5 movies. Just give me like at least like silver. You know, it doesn't have to be gold. Just give me like a silver like movie. You know what I mean? Like, it could be gold. You have y'all have the potential to give like gold. But
I think that everybody like Wonder Woman so much because it's emotional.
Mm.
But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I just think that they need to like figure out if it's a universe. They need to like sit down and be like, okay, so the first movie.
Some niggas need to sit down on some like.
Actually, this is what I actually had. It was like, well, this is what we have. Write it down. This is what we allude to, and then go from there. Like, what have you allude to? Okay, Jason Todd is dead. That means you're gonna have to bring that up at some point.
Dick Grayson movie's coming.
Dick Grayson movie is coming. That means that if Jason Todd is dead, that means that Dick Grayson has to be around.
He's an older guy.
And also, if Gordon is that old, he's gonna have to have Barbara. I mean, no offense to J.K. Simmons, what I'm saying. They're both older, but anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I would like to see them play
Joker
with that.
and Harley.
Uh-huh.
Like you said, Poison Ivy might have to like had like some type of interaction with them.
Yeah, because I'm thinking Poison Ivy would be because in essence Harley Quinn comes later in the Joker's life. So in essence, in my mind, I see Catwoman and the Joker having the same age, mm-hmm. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy having the same age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the parallel of that, the age gap would be close to that.
Just sit down and like just figure out what you have, where you want to go, and just make it make sense. Like, don't just go scattered and do different things. And I feel like
because honestly,
they try to outdo like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and at this point, like Marvel Cinematic Universe is like
it just moves on its own.
Yeah, they're just at a point where it's like all of their like movies are gonna be hits, even if it sucks. I haven't had the privilege of seeing Spider-Man or Guardians of the Galaxy yet, but I know that they're probably like at least decent. And they move like the story along because they've had that story since 2008. What was it? How many? It's 7.
7 now.
No, I'm talking about like how many?
8.
How many gems is it that they're looking for? 7. 6?
It's
or 5,
but we have 4.
Exactly.
One more.
So you've had all these movies up to the point where you're looking for this gauntlet like.
And I don't even think he's going to even have the fifth gem. In 4, because when they showed him at Comic-Con, the homie playing Thanos, which Josh Brolin, which he's a monster. Josh Brolin looks cooler to me as Cable than he does. I'll be like, yo, you should have just got that random black guy to play.
That random black guy and just paid him like.
But no, pay him like 50 cents or whatever they would have did.
Just pay for his rent for a year and then just kept it moving.
But
I think that like I was saying, Marvel has of course Marvel has its hiccups where they have like 7,000 shows on TV and they never mention the movies. Like, where are what
and they're making like 5 more.
What is that stuff on Freeform now?
The Runaways and the Cloak and Daggers is coming next year.
Are they ever going to mention the fact that they're in the universe?
That's it.
They're in the universe.
They are.
And what about the Inhumans?
The Inhumans, I think it's going to be because it's all on the same channel. But I think when you give 2 shows that like, and the other one's on Hulu, which is weird.
Yeah, I just feel like, like I said, Marvel has its hiccups, but as far as their movies, they're a little bit more connected.
The problem, than
the DCEU is.
The problem,
and I think the DCEU is trying to do a little bit too much.
Yeah.
At Suicide Squad, at the Suicide Squad premiere, the guy like shouted "fuck Marvel" or whatever, and I just feel like that's a little premature, because like that movie didn't do that well anyway.
But it's and it's funny because that's one of the better movies.
Yeah, I know, and it's like people didn't like it that well. A lot of people didn't, but then a few people did. But I just think that they just need to plan out
So
at least the next 5 movies, and then see how the planning goes, and just to prove to them that that's what they need to do.
I really feel like these mistakes they're making are not that hard.
Yeah,
and that's what's really funny about it, because I feel like
is the center of the movie supposed to be like the mother boxes and all that stuff?
No.
Okay.
They're not even going through all that. They're not even going through the gym thing.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
They're just making movies.
They're just making movies, yeah. And then they're just like, it's all connected. I just feel like I don't think that that's how they should do it. They don't have to copy the formula, but I'm just saying like.
Well, the mother boxes are what they're fighting for in Justice League.
I'm saying don't let DCEU copy the formula of Marvel Cinematic Universe. Don't let it doesn't have to be like, oh well, in Batman there's a mother box, and Wonder Woman there's another box. Like it doesn't have to be that way. But I'm saying like, if you want it connected,
I think there's 3. I think there's 3 mother boxes.
3 mother boxes.
There's one in
Cyborg,
one in Atlantis,
mm-hmm.
and then one where Wonder Woman lives.
Okay,
that's where we are. So hopefully once they get over this bull, they'll be done.
And then move forward. What do you want the second Justice League to be about, and how do you want it to lead up to that? Or is it leading? Like I'm saying, it doesn't have to.
I don't think
is it leading up to like?
I think this is the problem. I think the problem is they're trying to lead up to stuff like Marvel does, but Marvel's planned it. I think they should just make
Marvel
good movies.
All of these movies are leading up to Avengers 1, and then all these movies leading up to Avengers 2.
I don't think DC needs to do that at all.
They don't. DC doesn't have to do that, but I'm just thinking that like they need to figure out what is connected and what is not connected, and.
I think Batman will be standalone.
That's cool.
Batman will be standalone, which makes sense. Which I want to just see their version of how they do Batman, but I almost want it to be a prequel. I almost want to see how Ben Affleck became the guy he became. That's what I feel like Matt is gonna do. I feel like Matt.
So you think it's gonna be like a whole Ra's al Ghul thing again?
No. I think that his story is gonna somehow. I feel like part of his story is gonna take place before Batman v Superman, and something's gonna take place after. I don't know how. It's a trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it's gonna get scattered.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they probably they have some things they need to answer.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But I think they also know that we've seen Batman so many times. So when they showed the funeral, I was like, he's Batman now. Get over it.
What, the funeral? Are you talking about the pearls when they be dying and all?
And Batman v Superman.
They had to do that so many times.
But we're gonna leave this right here, folks. And we're going to figure out what we have for you next time.
The hypotheticals.
Me and Sis gonna take care of that. We're gonna take care of the hypotheticals real soon.
And then we'll also talk about the Arrowverse.
The Arrowverse.
How
we setting that up. See, it's all leading up to the Arrowverse.
How that works. And the new Teen Titans TV show.
Yeah. See, we got it planned out more than DCEU. We got planned out what we doing. What are them motherfuckers? Them motherfuckers suck, man.
Well, there's always a disclaimer.
What is it?
I mean, best of luck to them and all they do, but they got to get that stuff together.
Yeah, y'all got to get that shit together, man, because y'all niggas suck.
Just don't let it be a competition. Just have fun with it. Like, come on.
I think the directors want to have fun.
Who do you think is like telling them to like
Marvel? I feel like I feel like Warner Brothers comes in there like, y'all having fun? This movie is fun to y'all? No, y'all don't understand. We against the clock. We 10 years behind. Let's get this shit together. And they're like, all right.
They don't have to do that though. I feel like they don't have to compare. Just, have fun with it. Cause Marvel's just now doing like the team up stuff.
Yeah.
And they've already done team up stuff. And of course it didn't really work out that well, but I feel like they have the potential to make it better. That's my ultimate.
All right.
Like,
as a DC fan, I will say I believe in y'all. Y'all animated films.
We believe in Harvey Dent.
We believe in Harvey Dent, no pun intended. Sidebar. The way y'all made the universe in y'all animated films is better than what y'all do in the movie.
That's probably different people, though.
It's a completely different crew of people. But what I'm going to say is, if you like it, like this episode, subscribe to the channel.
And comment and tell us your hypothetical casting for Poison Ivy, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, Anybody, just
the Batman
anybody.
Essentials down to any villains, any characters,
or
Superman characters.
Yeah, or Flash. You could do like Captain Cold, but don't say Eminem, please.
Somebody said that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But no, let us know what's going on. This has been another episode of Tunnel Vision on Dunkin' on Sports. Peace.